Welcome to the GIAR Exchange, the podcast of the Golden Isles Association of Realtors. I'm James Laurens, and I'm honored to serve as your president this year. This podcast is about connection and clarity, giving members and affiliates a place to hear directly from association leadership about what's happening, why it matters, and how to get more value from your membership. Whether you've been involved for years or you're still figuring out how the association fits into your business, my hope is that this podcast makes things feel more accessible and more useful. For our very first episode, I'm joined by Rachel Fitzpatrick.
Hi!
Who served as the Golden Isles Association of Realtors president last year in 2025. We're going to look back at her year, talk about leadership, and share what's ahead for this year, as well as introducing a new member benefit, actually, that we are sitting in right now.
Woo!
So, Rachel.
Yes.
Thank you. For serving as president.
Thank you for being my current president.
Yes. Your time and your commitment to the association is honorable, so thank you. Serving as the president, it is a significant responsibility, and it has a huge time commitment.
Huge.
So let's talk about what are some of the behind-the-scenes things that members don't always see?
That's a good question. So things like this would be one of the things. I would say the amount of time we spend here going through things to prepare, whether it's events or classes or lunch and learns or meetings for policy and procedures and a budget and all that. I don't know that people quite wrap their hand around how much time that takes. And the amount of people who pour countless hours into making our association something worth being involved in, and really trying to keep us honest, keep us present in the community, and provide education so that we know what we're talking about when we do our job. And then, of course, keep us connected as a realtor and affiliate community, as a membership. You know, we do lots of events together, and I don't know that people really know what that takes. It's a lot. It's a lot.
So, what perspective did you gain through your year of leading the association?
That's a good question, too. I think I gained a whole new respect for the amount of effort that leadership puts into things. And especially this year with MLS. You know, I know a few years ago we went through the changes with the lawsuit and things. And that
was my year as president of MLS.
And I was not in charge of anything. I was just VP of something at the time. But as far as I wasn't president-elect, but I know that you and Sandra Branch, everybody put countless hours into that. This year, as many of you know, we're rolling out a new MLS in 2026. And this past year, we spent countless hours. And I have never served on the MLS board. So this was my first year even sitting in and really understanding, and I'm still asking you questions. I asked you a question earlier. And dissecting what we were looking for, the amount of money we wanted to spend, the toggling, like, do we want to offer this? Do we not want to offer this? I think that perspective, the amount of time that went into that, both staff and volunteers in our real estate community, was just to me. And not just locally, like Lauren and I on our travels, met with different companies and things like that. She even more so than I did. And of course, Sarah with the MLS as our MLS specialist. So there was just so much that went into that. I don't know that anyone recognizes that, just the perspective of things just seem to happen. Well, they don't. They happen with a lot of effort. And a lot of time goes into that. And I would say that's probably the biggest moment for me, and especially the MLS side, just because of the change and the challenge of trying to find appropriate things for our members. Is that good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that good? Is that a good answer?
That is a fantastic place to start.
Perfect.
So, looking back on your year as president, what are you most proud of?
Okay. So, if you know me, you know I had a very rough year personally. My husband got very sick. Both of my in-laws passed away, and my husband's an only child. That was challenging. And what I realized, I think I leaned so heavily on my real estate family that I am so proud to call them family. I think that I don't think we as a community of realtors really understand the depth of the love and care that we can offer one another. I'm very proud of our real estate community and how much we cohesively work together, how much goodness is in our membership, patience with me. And I mean, you were great. Lauren was great. I mean, everybody showed up and helped me to feel less burdened by this, my obligations, which I wanted to do, but couldn't necessarily do. I'm also super, super proud, and this is not something that I facilitated at all. We did have an amazing strategic plan done for the association side. But I am really, really proud that the MLS did their first strategic plan, but we are now calling it a business plan because for those of you who don't know, I remember we talked the other day about perception. The MLS is an actual business. It's an entity all of its own. And then the association is a not-for-profit. So balancing both of those and doing strategic plans for both of those and really coming up with a game plan for how the MLS will look going forward. It's really exciting, really, really exciting. Yes. And it's something I'm super proud of. It was not something that I did. Linda Cook was our amazing president this year for the MLS. So kudos to her and her team. I was just there, part of the thing, but as an association, we had to work together to make it happen. So I'm super, super proud of that. Yes. Is that good?
Yes.
All right. I keep asking if it's good because I want to make sure I'm answering right, y'all.
So we've touched a little bit on a lot of work that happens behind the scenes or how things get done. Could you delve a little bit into that, such policies and procedures, how decisions get made?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I have found to be true in my involvement here, and I think I've been a member since 2007, probably started getting involved 2011, 12. What hasn't changed is our commitment to policies, procedures, and governing documents. We also have core standards that we have to meet. And that's why we have things like Safety Month and Governmental Affairs, and Fair Housing Month and Governmental Affairs type stuff. Like all of this is part of a bigger picture that unless you're involved, you really don't know. But we have, if there is a question, we have attorneys on standby. We have CPAs on standby. We meet to the umpteenth time, and we make sure that it checks and balances with the standards that are in place in writing. So if it's a policy, a procedure, a governing document, or a core standard, we are by the book on those. Now, have we erred? I'm sure we have. We're humans, right? Humans in charge of something big. But for the most part, what I like is the consistency in how we respond, the consistency in how we do our homework, and the consistency in how we meet to make decisions as a whole. We don't just make decisions. No. Like we have everything to check along the way to make sure we're doing it correctly. And I think we are so good at that it helps kind of protect us. But it also, we have such integrity because of it. And I think that's important to have integrity within your leadership. So.
Absolutely. And along with integrity, I want to talk about continuity of leadership and how things progress from one year to the next and how you go from your role as just an association member to your role as president.
It's a long roll, a long ride. First of all, when I got involved, I jokingly, and Adrian and I joke about it all the time, I was voluntold. I wasn't voluntold to be a part of, I started with Community Relations Committee, and that was probably 15 years ago.
Do you remember who your ask was?
I don't. I remember, I will say this, I remember being invited to, vaguely, I was a member of Hodnett Cooper at the time, love y'all. And at the time I was invited by one of them to attend an association luncheon. I was like, oh, this is neat. How much does it cost? Because I was very poor. and it was part of my membership dollars. And I was like, okay. And it was at King and Prince. And I had the most glorious breakfast with the view of the ocean. And I thought, that's pretty cool. So then from there, I got involved with the Community Relations Committee, which is very much my heart. I love to do in the community and help people. And at the time, it's actually funny. Caleb was little. And if you don't know, Caleb is my son. And he would come with me to walk dogs. He would come with me to clean the streets. He would deliver gifts and packages, whatever we were doing, shop with a realtor. I mean, I have pictures of him at like 6, 7 years old doing shop with a realtor with me. He's now almost 21 and in college. So
I remember doing Relay for Life.
yes, Relay for Life, when you and I sang karaoke. And Caleb was running laps as a little kid. So sorry, I digress. It starts like that. And I really do encourage, if you're involved, make the ask. Invite someone to join you to a luncheon, to the banquet, to a lunch and learn, to an after hours party or whatever we're doing. Because the ask matters.
Yes.
And I think that's, especially since COVID, we have seen such a drastic shift in people showing up, not just here, everywhere. I mean, I'm sure churches have seen it. I know companies have seen it. We have certainly seen it, you know. And the ask matters because people are hesitant to get involved. They've become comfortable in their pajamas at home. Let's be honest.
Oh.
I mean, I can't lie. I like putting my yoga pants on or going to the house. But it started like that for me. And then after, I want to say 2 or 3 years being involved, they said, would you like to co-chair this? Okay. So sure. And then I was the chair. And then from there, I was able to coach people. As far as the continuity goes, what I think really matters is being involved so that you and rolling up and pulling people along with you so that we create the next generation of leaders. And by generation, I mean not like half my age, although I am 45. So it's possible because there are some young realtors out there. But like bringing up the next round of leaders. I can't be the president for the next 20 years that I work in this career, right? Like, nor can you. The goal is to create and facilitate leaders within our association. And I do think being involved and starting in the meetings and then rolling up to the co-chair and then the chair. And then, hey, you want to be a board member? And then, you know, and you start to get involved and you start to see, it becomes like a snowball effect. Gosh, this is really good. And I really like knowing. One of the things that I appreciate is having firsthand knowledge. I don't have to wait for someone to teach me things. I come, I learn. Well, I mean, obviously in classes and things, but I'm asking the questions. I'm not waiting for it to be handed down to me 3, you know, the little game where you do the phone and it eventually gets to you. Well, at that point, is it correct? I don't know. I'd rather be involved and get to know. That's why I put my name in the hat for MLS this year. It's because we have a new MLS rolling out. I want to know about it. I don't want to wait for that information to come to me. I want to be in it, you know. So as far as continuity goes, I think it trains up the next round of leaders and it really helps them to gain their comfort, you know, their comfort level, but also pushes them to, you know, a little out of their comfort level.
And one of the things that I found the most rewarding from being in leadership is just the knowledge and the connections that you make at the state level, at the national level.
Yes.
And it's crazy all the resources that are available to us
100%.
Between our organizations.
Yes, and I will tell you that is why I still go to the state conferences. Of course, as a VP in our association, those things are your costs are offset. But I will say that I would still go because I gain so when you sit in a room with people who are 1,000 times smarter than you, you're learning and then you're connecting. You're going to have dinner with them. You're going to the little bingo nights and all the things, and you open up your network, your mind grows, I don't know. I can't imagine not doing it unless I'm ready to really slow down. And listen, I'm getting old, this hip's broken. I'm ready to slow down, but I can't slow down because I got 3 kids in college. Sorry, I keep humming. Sorry, I can't.
Oh, you're fine.
Let me put my eyeballs on, y'all. All right, so
actually,
are we here?
We are changing roles.
Is it my turn?
You get to ask me questions.
Oh, I love asking questions. I mean, I love to talk, but I love when James talks. He sounds so much more professional than me. We actually joke all the time that people actually put us in charge of things.
It's wild.
It is very wild because if y'all could know some of the things we do. Anyhow. Okay, James. Let's talk about some of your leadership styles. I would love to know what you're excited about most as you move into 2026. Like, what are your, I don't know, what just gets you all woohoo?
So I literally just a moment ago talked about being involved and the information that it brings you from the state and national levels, as well as in your local association, and just imparting that knowledge to are members,
Mm-hmm.
because there's so many things out there that can really benefit you,
Mm-hmm.
either within your business to get more referrals, to be better at Google, and
Good
there's
one.
also other things out there that can help you personally, like the travel benefits.
Travel, yes, which you know
you love.
I love.
Just-
Listen, there's not just that, your Verizon bill. I mean,
Mhm.
silly as that sounds, my Verizon bill is cheaper because I'm a realtor member.
Mhm.
Like, I agree with you. And I will tell you all as our audience, James is so good at that. And I am not, because I'm just not. I don't do the homework, but I should. I should do the homework, because travel especially, but also insurance and things like that. I mean,
Mhm.
there's a lot that's out there. The tech helpline.
Tech helpline's huge.
I don't use the tech helpline, and I am so not techie.
And the nice thing about that one in
Where you
particular
just went.
is that it's for any type of technology whatsoever, not just real estate. So if your microwave is acting up at home,
The
or
Xbox with the 3 kids.
Yeah. you can literally call them about anything and they help you.
That's so cool. So, and I have not done that. And what's funny is every day that I go into my office, I'm like, I'm going to eventually Bluetooth my laptop to our main printer. I'm like, I don't feel like doing it. I don't know how to do it. I could just call them, and I don't do it. But also, how about the legal hotline?
Legal hotline is huge. So that is a GIAR benefit, the Georgia Association.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives you the opportunity to talk to an attorney for free as part of your membership.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it's our staff attorneys, as well as Seth Wiseman,
Mm-hmm.
who is the author of our GIR forms. And if you have a question about what this paragraph means,
Mhm.
or how this special stipulation should act within this, you can ask them. And again, it's a huge help.
Mm-hmm. Without
That's
feeling
fair.
awkward.
Mhm.
And I will say this, many of us who are seasoned have really deep-rooted relationships with our attorneys and lenders and things like that. But those of you who may not have that, and you don't
Mhm.
know who to pick up the phone to call, there's your ticket, your free
And-
ticket. You don't have to have a relationship with these people. You just call.
Well, and it's 24 hours.
Yeah.
So
That's
after
wild to
hours,
me.
it's email.
Sure, but
But
still.
a lot of times I've sent a question in at 11 o'clock at night.
But say, when do we write our contract? So many of us work late at night after our kids go to bed or
And
whatever.
I've gotten an answer from Seth Wiseman at 11:30 at night before.
No way. That's
Yeah.
wild. Yeah, I haven't used that either, because I usually bother other people. Sorry, people. I will stop bothering you, I promise. So I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite benefit, you think?
Oh, gosh. Actually, the Libby app.
Oh, I forget to use it all the time, and I love to read.
So the Libby app is a library app on your phone, and through the National Association of Realtors, you can put in your M1 number, or those of us who are older, your NERDS number.
Oh, is it new now?
Yes, they changed the name.
See, I don't even know these things.
And that gives you access
To make
to
it.
about 6,000 or 8,000 audiobooks and ebooks that are specifically curated to the real estate business, or just business in general.
Right.
There's even things about association management that can help you if you volunteer with other nonprofits.
That's cool.
Also, if you have a Georgia library card from
Mhm.
any of the libraries in the state of Georgia,
I never.
you
Don't
can
yell
put
at
that in
me.
there as well,
I know.
and it jumps up to like 20,000.
I think it's more than that now.
It's insane.
It
and
is wild.
magazines.
I know, and I love magazines. That's my guilty
So you
pleasure.
don't have to subscribe to magazines anymore. You can just read them
Why?
on your iPad.
James, remind me of these things, especially when we travel and I'm never bored. Let's be real. I don't get bored.
Okay, so as soon as we quit recording, Rachel's going to download the Libby app.
I think I have it. I just don't use it.
Then we're going to sign into it.
Oh, that's awful. And the thing is, I love to read, but it's also how I fall asleep at night. I read to sleep. I read to sleep. Okay, so thank you for all those tips.
Mhm.
I am going to do better, I promise, especially with you as one of my very best friends. I should know by now to say, James, what benefit do I need to be using today? So my next question for you is, how would you describe your leadership style? I could give you so many things.
So I am more about a personal connection to people.
Mm-hmm.
I love talking one-on-one or talking in small groups. I really honestly hate being in front of a large group of people
Mm-hmm.
and trying to convey a message, because I work best with connection.
Sure.
So having that back and forth where
Well,
we
we're
can have that
realtors.
feedback.
That's who we are.
Yeah.
We like that. We like connection.
And so that's
We like
one of the
people.
reasons why I wanted to do this podcast this year, is to be with you in your car and having a conversation, or while you're on your morning run, or between appointments,
Right.
where you can get some information that can help you.
That you didn't know, maybe.
And you don't have to go through 50,000 emails. You don't have to
Right.
read 100
You
websites.
kind of zone out while you're listening. But you also feel like you're connected to it. Especially, I would dare say that between you and I, especially, we are just easy to, like, we laugh and cut up and have a good time. And we become personal. It's personalized. And even though you're not here shaking our hands or hugging us or whatever, interacting with us, the goal is to say, these are real people that are just normal. Well, I'm not normal. I mean, you're questionably not normal.
Some days.
But like, you get an idea of who we are. And I think that's part of your goal too, just as a human being, is to let people just be themselves and get to know you so that they can feel free to be themselves around you.
Yeah, to be approachable.
Yes,
because
that's
what we need. Is we need you and your feedback for how the association can best help you,
right,
in your business, in your life, be better.
Right. And if you're not approachable, they're hesitant to come up and offer suggestions or email you or whatever. That reminds me, I need to email somebody back that asked me a question about the association stuff. So, but I do think, so for you, those of you who don't know James is very approachable. Sometimes I feel like a child in his presence because I am very beboppy and James is not, but he can be. Don't let him fool you. He just has
one or two old fashions.
Do I not? One or two old fashions. Me, if I drink an old fashioned, I'm going to sleep. But anyhow, I love that about you. And James is a friend. He's been a friend. But how did we meet? Real estate. And I will tell you that James, when he means that he's approachable, this is a perfect example. And I just want to brag on you, and I can almost cry about it when I talk about it. I had some hip surgery last week, and I go stir crazy by myself. And James said, "Do you want me to pick you up?" He drove from the north end of St. Simons all the way out to Sterling, where I live, and picked me up to be here and offered to put my shoes on for me. He drew the line with pulling my britches up. That's funny, but it's not. I mean, I would never have asked him to do that. But like, he got me loaded. You got my walker loaded. Like, and I felt guilty about that because I'm not one to ask for help. But I didn't even have to ask. My feet are propped up because my hip hurts. And he went and got that box for me. And I know that seems silly and that seems like, but that's a servant's heart. And it's somebody who wants to be well, to be kind and be giving of themselves. And I appreciate that in you. So thank you. I love you.
Welcome.
I love you. Okay, let's move on. Let us see. All right. Where do you think the membership, and remember, if you're a member, it's not just realtors, it's affiliate members. So you are a member if you are a part of the Golden Isles Association of Realtors. Where do you think they'll see the most impact this year?
I hope, and this is what my success will look like for the end of the year, is if you can get one thing that helps your business, that saves you money, that just, again, advances your life. If you can just get one thing, then I've been successful. Well, that's what I hope.
You all have the Libby app now, so you should be very successful. And the hotline. I swear, that legal and tech hotline. Those are probably the three. You're right. Those are probably the three biggest benefits. Although I say that, I love to travel. So I guess that answers the next question. If you were going to summarize your year and what you hope for, that's your answer. Like, really, just making sure people, first of all, know that you're approachable. Second of all, they know that there are tools that they have at their fingertips and get involved in some form or fashion. Make the ask, y'all.
Yes. Come.
All right. So let's see. One of the ways members will see this approach in action is through a new resource we're introducing. James, would you love to tell them about what's going on?
So as a matter of fact, currently, Rachel and I are sitting in the new recording studio at the board office.
Let me know if you can hear me. I got my microphone.
So over the past few years, we've been trying to figure out ways to better connect to the membership. And one of them was through more video recording. And we have now taken a step further to podcasting. But through multiple meetings, through multiple committees, we got the technology group together and they were able to put together this fantastic recording studio that is fully kitted out with lights, with microphones, with headphones. We have a green screen behind us. We have a table here. We have a desk over there that give a multitude of options
of things.
of audio and video recording.
Mm-hmm.
And really all you have to do is bring your phone or a computer with a camera, and everything else is here.
And I will tell you that it is, it's awkwardly comforting. I don't feel like I thought, I can't lie. When you asked me to do the podcast, I'm like, oh, I'm going to be recorded. This is going to be weird. And I'm just weird in general, but I was worried about that. I don't know why, because I'm not afraid of cameras. I'm not afraid to talk in front of people, but I also was like, ew, this is almost intimidating. It is not at all. Not at all. It's very comfortable. Like I could sit here and do this all day and make y'all laugh. Because that's what I love to do. I love to have a good time. But I'm also very serious at times. Am I not?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for confirming that. All right. What's next?
So it does still have a few more items to take care of.
Yeah, I can see a little bit.
We have some curtains on back order that'll make it a little more cozier in here. And again, a little more soundproof, just in case there's other people out. Because this is in the member center at the board office, that middle section between the staff offices and the training room.
Right. Oh, and if you haven't seen, the transition that we've made and all the renovations, oh my gosh, it's glorious in here. It's so happy. It's such a happy place now. Don't you feel?
Well, and I didn't realize until we were starting planning this 2 years ago, we've been in this building for 10 years.
I know, that's so wild. I remember the old building like so well.
That's big.
It was so teeny tiny and you had to go up all those stairs and I'm too old for that. My poor my hill. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I do think if you all have not come to see this, the remodel that has been taking place in the last couple of years, it's pretty fantastic. It's very white, fresh, clean, new furniture, it's beautiful. We've done a really, really good job of bringing it to 2026. So,
and there's even a few more little touches to come as well throughout the rest of the building.
I know, I'm excited about that. All right, what we got next, James?
So just gonna again encourage you to come use this new member benefit.
Yes.
Record. It's not necessarily about being a content creator, but it's about being professional and presenting yourself as a professional.
Drink your water, peeps. They put us in charge. Yes. They put us in charge. No, just kidding.
But be sure to check the association newsletters, and there'll be more information about how to book the recording studio for whatever your needs are throughout the year.
So let's give some ideas on that. Like, okay, so we could do little commercials, right? You could come in here, you could do interviews with lenders, with insurance people, with, this is a perfect example. With hurricane season, when it approaches, we could have a sit down with one of our affiliates who can give us some tips on how to prepare our homes, things like that.
Trina Smith-Smythe would be perfect.
Trina, we need you, sister. But any kind of insurance changes, anything that we need to know about, this would be a great opportunity for folks to come in and do a little interview and podcast it out, let people hear it, see it, and use it for your own business. If you're a realtor and you want to involve, if you want to bring in one of your clients and do a testimonial, or you could absolutely do that here. So I do think that we need to keep those ideas coming. Like if you have an idea and you want to come in here and use this space, by all means, right?
Yeah, because between the green screen and the curtains that will come, it gives you a myriad of options for recording.
I think it'll be great. I'm excited.
Yes.
I love it. Okay.
So then we're getting to the end of our episode, and before we wrap up, I want to let you have the final word.
I like to talk.
So as you look back on your year as president, what message would you like to leave our members with?
I think I want members to know that we are trying our absolute best from behind the scenes to make you want to be a part of what we call a realtor family. I would love to think that the year that I served, and anytime I'm around people, that they feel like they're a part of something, that they feel seen. I love to hug. I love to make people feel welcomed. I'm easily distracted, I'll just say. So if you're conversing with me and somebody else comes up, I'm going to hug them too. But I want you to know that this, to me, this is my family. And maybe because I've been in the industry for almost 20 years, that's how I've grown it to be. But it had to start somewhere. And I think that might be my strongest message is when you're a part of this, if you will really invest your time and your talents in this association, you will reap the benefits that are tenfold what you put in, as far as people who love you, who care about you, who cook meals for you, who pick you up, who are there for you in emergencies or deaths or just struggles or happy times, births and celebrations. Like I feel very, very much like we have such a unique thing here. James and I talk about this regularly because we're very involved at the state level. He's more involved at the national level. But through across the board, this is a very rare little thing we have here. We love each other. And at the end of the day, and we joke about, if you haven't heard it yet, the Trader Vic's, we joke about that. You have some very strong personalities and leadership, but at the end of the day, we sit at Trader Vic's, which is a little place in a little tiki bar in Atlanta, and we have cocktails together, but we love each other. We hug each other. I love you. And I'm sorry that we don't see eye to eye on this, but I love you and I respect you. And I think that is so big because at any given moment, especially in the last year of my life, which has been very challenging, I have seen the love that has poured through. And it doesn't always look like somebody coming over. They're not coming over to my door and knocking my door down, but they're there. You're asking, how can I help your business? Can I cover this meeting for you? Hey, you go deal with your family right now and you handle that and we'll take care of this budget meeting. Like that, I felt that more this year than I've ever felt. I could cry, literally, when I think about it, because it's such an impactful part of my life. When I think about my realtor friends, I think of so many of them as my family. And I would love to leave that as not just my legacy, that I make people feel that way. Like I want you to be a part of things because I want you to feel what I feel. Like I want you to feel loved. I want you to feel seen. I want you to feel like you're a part of things. So that would be it, probably more than anything. And I think that's less businessy and much more who we are.
Yes.
And that is such a message that I don't think gets shared enough. So that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I love
beautiful.
You. Yay!
So, just to let you know, again, this podcast is about helping our members feel more connected and confident in engaging with the association. If you found this conversation helpful, please subscribe and follow the GIAR Exchange. And in our next episode coming up, I'm actually going to do a deep dive with Lauren about our local association and what it can do for you. So
Lauren is our CEO. She's amazing.
Yes.
James, I love you. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.